I'm Plushy, and for my first video I'm gonna help you set up your game because there's a lot of things that you might not know of and that will be life changing for your game experience. Without wasting time, I'm gonna give you the first advice. When you make a new character, your settings are gonna be reset, and the basic setting is that you will have the standard type, and the standard type is a type of movement for your character where if you press the back button it makes you step backward. When you press the left or the right it makes you roll to the left or roll to the right, which is really bad when you are in dungeons fighting any monsters because you gotta be reactive to dodge AoEs. And so if you swap it to the legacy mode, it's very much better because you can finally run back or run to the left or run to the right and react extremely quickly instead of how limited you are in standard type. To activate the legacy mode, you need to click on the FFXIV red icon, which is a system icon, and then you click on character configuration, and you should be in the first tab, which is general in control settings. And the first thing you see is movement settings, and you have the choice between standard type and legacy type, so you'll click on legacy type. My second advice is about cutscene skipping, because whenever you start a dungeon or when you go in a transport, you're gonna see a cutscene, which is pretty nice when you see it for the first time. But when it plays over and over because you do the same dungeon again and again, it's a waste of time. It can be kind of redundant, while you can just tick every cutscene skipping options right below movement settings, and every single time you'll start a dungeon it's gonna skip it, so it will save you time and it will save time for your teammates, because when the cutscene is playing everybody else can't move out of the spawn. Now for my third advice, it's something minor as well, but it's really nice to have. Whenever you fight a monster, you only see the HP bar. When you attack it, it goes down, but you don't see any infos, and it can be pretty frustrating. Thankfully, there's an option in the settings where you can activate to see the percent HP of the monsters, which can be pretty nice when you do boss fights, especially in high-end fights when you do savage raids, and you want to see at what percent HP you wiped. To activate it, you need to go in character configuration, and then you see the third icon, UI settings. You go on the second tab, HUD, HUD, and you totally scroll down and you'll see the last option should be display target's remaining HP percentage. Since we are talking about the HUD, there is an option in the system icon to click on HUD Layout, and it will allow you to twist everything to your liking. So if you want the minimap to be tall upright and the scenario guide up left or things like that, you can twist everything to your liking. So this one I'm not gonna say much because I think it's more up to you to switch things around to your likings, but it's just so you know that it's out there. And for my last advice, it's about GShade, which is a computer tool, so if you don't play on the computer you can't really use it, which is why it's a bonus advice. It's really optional, it's to make your game look a lot better, because GShade allows you to change the settings visual, so you can make the game less blurry, more colorful. It's a totally great option to have. Now you might worry that it's a third-party tool, and I totally agree, but according to the website, GShade claims that it's whitelisted by Final Fantasy XIV and a bunch of YouTubers, as far as I know, at least one, use it actively, has a bunch of subscribers, and doesn't get any troubles by Square Enix. So as far as I know, this is one of the rare things that are accepted by Square Enix. You don't risk anything. Now if you want to install it, I'm gonna drop in the description a link of a tutorial made by Whiiskeyz, which is the most convenient video I found for you guys, because it's only a few minutes. Anyway, that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. I didn't really want to start off my channel with a tutorial because I don't want to be a tutorial channel. I want to make Final Fantasy XIV videos without it being too boring, but we'll see how it goes. If you found it helpful, I would really appreciate if you could drop a like, but I won't force you, of course. Even a comment would make me really happy, and especially subscribe, but I won't ask too much. If it's fine with you, I would be really happy. That's all for my video. Have a good day.